Been thinking for a while about bringing something up that I think is really important to talk about in regards to having a yoga practice, and if you're someone who is experiencing or dealing with PTSD or emotional dysregulation. There are a lot of really helpful concepts in spirituality, in yoga, which teach us about how the mind works and how we can change our perception. We can use the Yoga Sutras as an example. There's one sutra which talks about how if we have a negative thought that enters our mind, we should counteract that with a positive one. This is great if you are in a space to be able to actually put that into practice. And I think that it's really important to note that you have to be in a certain space to be able to receive that, because when the body is dealing with extreme states of trauma and distress and overwhelm, you literally don't have access to the cognitive part of your brain where you'll be able to implement that. When the body is highly dysregulated, our amygdala is firing, which is the emotional center of our brain, and that's hijacked everything else. So our logical reasoning goes out. Our means to be able to see things in a particular way are kind of just offline because the body is in extreme survival mode. There's something else called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which details how the body is kind of set in a pyramid state, right? You've got at the bottom, you've got your survival instincts, so your basic shelter, food, water. And then once those needs are met, right at the top, you have access to spiritual practices. So we kind of need this foundation in the first place to access these other ways of thinking and the philosophies that come with the spiritual practice. If you are someone who's experiencing trauma, overwhelm, distress, etc., and if you find that at times you cannot put into practice these teachings, go easy on yourself. Move out of the sense of shaming yourself, or, we can get very caught up in the mind and then think, oh, why can't I do it? I know this, I should be able to just put this into practice. But you have to go easy on yourself because your body is working through a process. So it's not so simple just to be able to change one's thinking when the body is responding in a certain way. It's important that we understand that there is a relationship between the both, and you have to acknowledge, understand and honor what's happening in the moment, while of course trying to work towards a goal. So go easy on you, be kind to you, especially in those moments that are challenging, and I hope you found this useful.